So I'll just give you a quick introduction, I think, to the room. That would be the polite thing to do. Yeah, so everyone, we're about to start our second session. And we're going to be looking at now, this is going to be a live demonstration of a Wikidata fueled Infobox supporting indigenous language content for smaller language Wikipedias. So I'm really looking forward to it, especially after the best practices and discussion we had about Infoboxes now. So I guess I'll hand it over to you, Dian Shitobu.
Can everyone see my screen? It looks very small from my end, but I guess you can see my full screen.
Looks good here.
Okay, great. All right, my name is Sadiq Shahad. Thanks for the introduction, Danny. My co-presenter, Hussein Mohammed Kamaldeen. And today we'll be talking about how Wikidata-powered infoboxes are supporting indigenous language Wikipedia projects, and our focus will be on the Dagban Wikipedia. So Sadek Shahadu is the community lead or executive director for the Dagban Wikimedians user group, and Mohammed Kamaldeen is also a team member for the Dagban Wikimedians user group. Together, we'll be presenting to you how we as a committee are utilizing Wikidata-powered infoboxes, such as DataBox, and also we'll talk a little bit more about templates that we use for biographies of people that is improving the Wikipedia in Dagbani. So first of all, since most of us are already aware from the previous sessions about Wikidata and how Wikidata-powered infoboxes are supporting, maybe we've also heard so much about Wikidata. What exactly is Wikidata and how does Wikidata works? I don't know if somebody has something to share. Because of the time, I'll just move forward. But if someone here has anything to share about how Wikidata DataBox works. Just in like a few seconds. No? Okay, so I'll just move forward. For Wikidata, for those of us who are completely new to Wikidata and DataBox or Wikidata-powered infoboxes, a data box, the plural form is data boxes. It's kind of like a sidebar when you open like a book or an article in any Wikipedia article. It contains like data, structured data about topics and places, or also biographies of people. Just like the English Wikipedia using infoboxes, we are, as a small language, we use DataBox, which is making our work very easy. With the traditional infoboxes, it is very difficult for, especially for newbies, to be able to like copy templates, modify them, and use them for their smaller language wikis. The reason when I started editing Wikipedia, I was editing code like templates. If, for example, I'm creating an article for like an artist, I would have to pick an article that is similar to that, and then I copy the info box from the English Wikipedia article, and then try to modify it by changing a few things, and then reuse it on another article. Even though this makes it very easy because there's already like a template to copy, but it's still a complex process for someone who is completely new to Wikipedia. So we are very excited to know that DataBox and biotemplates, which is powered by Wikidata's data, can support this and make it more easier and effortlessly for people to be able to add like info boxes to Wikipedia articles, even in their own smaller language wikis. So one interesting thing about Wikidata data box is that it also links Wikidata items to the Wikipedia articles. Someone may be asking, why should we use data box if we can easily copy from other templates and then modify it? Like I said, editing template is not as easy as it may look for a newbie. And why should we even edit template if we have a powerful project like Wikidata that gives all of this information with just you performing a very simple task. So why I use Wikidata, or why we use Wikidata as a community, is to give a simple structured data to display curated and updated data that is curated by a broader community. We have a lot of people editing Wikidata globally, and when they edit Wikidata, they add updated information to Wikidata items. And the good thing is that as they continue to do that from one side, DataBox pulls that and updates it automatically on an article in Wikipedia, which is very great. It also ensures that articles are linked to Wikidata, like I said, and above all, it makes Wikipedia article looks more appealing and beautiful. So we'll talk briefly about how you can install DataBox on your language wiki. I see that most African language projects like this have already installed Wikidata DataBox, which is great. And they may also be like newly approved wikis that currently do not use this. So this session is purposely for you in case you want to leverage the power of Wikidata to improve the quality of content on your language Wikipedia. So I'll introduce my colleague Dian Shitobu to walk us through how we can install DataBox on a wiki. Dian Shitobu, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing all this detailed information about DataBox. To install DataBox on your wiki, let's say you have a language Wikipedia that you want to install it on. First of all, you need three basic things, which is one, the module for DataBox. You also need the template for DataBox, and as well, you need the generic template for DataBox. Now, because of time, we actually wanted to demo from scratch how to do all of that, but I will just quickly show you the template, and then you can copy paste on any wiki that you want to get this on. For example, if you have another language Wikipedia like the Swahili Wikipedia or the Yap Wikipedia or the Igbo Wikipedia or any other Wikipedia you want to use it on, simply what you need to do is, can I share my screen from here? Hello, can I share my screen from here?
Yeah, you can take the screen sharing button, and it should take control.
All right. Please confirm to me if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
All right. Great. So if you want to install DataBox on your wiki, you can quickly head to the Dagbani Wikipedia. The language code for Dagbani Wikipedia is vagins.wikipedia.org, or you can also go to Wikidata. Then when you go to Wikidata, let's start from the Wikidata, then we come back to the Dagbani Wikipedia. Okay, this has opened. So in here, you search for templates. Of course, different languages have got different ways of spelling templates. So when you write this, then you type data box. So you are going to find all the latest templates you need to install. You need to install the data box template. You need to install the data box generic template. You also need to install the CS file for data box. So we are going to start with this. So I'm searching it up, and here you are. This is what you need to get the source code. Open the target wiki that you want to install it on. So let's say I want to install it on Brunei Wikipedia. Assuming this is the target wiki, of course, DataBox already runs on this wiki as well. So here, what I need to do is I'll go to edit source mode. Then I can copy the code. I can just do Control A to select everything, copy. Then come to the target wiki, and in here I'll type template again because I want to install the data box template. Data box. Now it already exists here, but in your case, if it doesn't exist, you just click on this, and then it will appear as if you are creating a new article from scratch. Then you just paste the content you copied here. I mean, this code, you paste it in that wiki, and then you publish. That is it for this particular template. You are going to go back here in the search box and type template again to get the generic one, template colon data box generic. Good. So you click on this, click on edit source and find the source code. Go to your target Wikipedia and then search and create that one also. The next step will be to type the mod to get the model. So module colon data box. Good. This is the model. And once you copy and paste this module, you can modify this module according to your wiki. So the list of properties here are what is basically being pulled from Wikidata. And like my co-presenter mentioned, what is interesting about Wikidata powered Infobox is that when the information is updated on Wikidata, automatically what is showing on your local wiki is also updated. You don't have to come and read manually, unlike the English Wikipedia and other wikis that use the template that allows for manual editing. For this one, because it's Wikidata powered, as and when the information is updated on Wikidata, all the data box or info boxes on all wikis that are running module or that are running the data box module would automatically be updated. So once you're able to install the data box template, you also install the data box generic template, you install the model data box, you are covered. This is also applicable for indigenous languages that are currently in the incubator. So in the incubator, it works the same way. You simply have to go to your local Wikimedia incubator. So let's say I want to I'm on the main incubator platform. If we wanted to install the data box on the GA Wikipedia, now I need to go to the main page for GA. So here we can install data box here. To install data box here is the same process. However, the only difference here is that you need to prefix whatever you are creating with the language code. So here, if you are searching for the template, you need to first of all make sure that you set your language to the language you are currently trying to change the data box for, especially if you are in the incubator. So if I want to edit for the GA Wikipedia, then I can simply click on set my language to GA, or I can go to my preferences, and the preferences, then I can switch to the respective language I want to edit for. So in here, I'll be able to change this language code to the incubator language I want to work on. And once I am done with that, the next step would be to come back to the search box here and just type template, or you prefix it straightforward. So the language code for GA is GNAA/template colon data box. Okay. So yeah, currently they have the data box template already installed also for them. And this is the source code. So it means that if we apply data box now to an article, it should work. And we'll get to that stage where we can demo that. I think you can continue from here because we need to now show how, when after installing the data box, how does it resonate with the article? How does the article look like? So I want to show you an article that has no template yet, no data box yet. Then my colleague will demonstrate how to add the data box to the article, and then we'll see the difference. We'll be able to compare the difference. So I'm going to search for an article like Lydia Forson. Lydia Forson is an actress. So currently there's no data box for this article. So you see how raw this article looks like. Let's check this same article on the English Wikipedia and try to do just a random comparison. Then when we are done adding the data box, we'll be able to show the main difference between the English Wikipedia, an article without a data box, and an article with a data box. So I'm searching for Lydia Forson. Okay, so this is an article on English Wikipedia that has a data box or an info box about her. Now, this is the article on the Dagban Wikipedia currently that do not have any info box. And I'll invite my colleague to take it from here and demonstrate how to add the info box or the data box. Over to you, Sir Richard.
Thank you, Dian Shitabu. I will share back my screen.
Okay, I need to stop sharing now.
Okay. Okay, so I have just opened Lydia Forson, also on the Dagban Wikipedia, so that we can practically demonstrate how we add data box to, Dagban Wikipedia articles. So one thing we should also know is that there are other alternatives, or we have two ways to add Wikidata powered info boxes. We have the bio template and also data box. So the bio template is mostly used for people, which would give you like a lot of information, like structured data about the individual. So instead of using data box on Lydia Forson, I would rather use another Wikidata powered info box that is bio template. So to do that, you need to first of all make sure you link it on Wikidata. So I go to Wikidata, then I search Lydia Forson. Lydia Forson on Wikidata. Okay, now to add link Lydia Forson's Wikipedia article in Dagbani to Wikidata, you simply have to scroll all the way to the bottom to find where you can add the language. So here you can see the number of entries for Lydia Forson in different languages, which is 19. I have to make sure I search to see if Dagbani does not already exist. So I'll just search on all the languages. I see English, Arabic, then I scroll all the way down. Then I can add Dagbani by typing the code. So if you are using your own language, you can demonstrate with your language code. And then I type Lydia Forson in the spelling of the language or how the article is written. So then I check this box to make sure I save this particular entry. So now we have 20 entries. Then I publish. Then I go back to the brand Wikipedia article. Then I click on Malmedy Shenana, which is edit source. Make sure you are on the edit source mode. Then here I can insert, since there's already a link, I've already linked it, I'll just put the.
I think that part of your screen is still not shared.
Okay, sure, sorry. Yes, let me just refresh. Yeah, so I'll click on edit source in Dagbani. Then I'll insert my template by typing this curly brackets, and then I put bio. Then I close it. Because it's a template, I need to open and close it. Once you insert just this bio, curly bracket to open and closed, you hit. So I've just updated, and then I click on this. This is a minor edit, then I hit publish. Boom. Now you would see that the same information you see on the Wikidata item, for example, the structured data on Wikidata would appear here. Lydia Fossum, and it makes the article looks very nice, isn't it? Yes. So this is why I said Wikidata powered infoboxes makes Wikipedia looks more appealing. And let's demonstrate, since we talked a lot about data box. To our data box, I'll select an article, let's say Elmina Castle. I will share another screen, but you can send me a question if you have any or question regarding this particular session. I will share this article on Elmina Castle on Dagbani Wikipedia. So I search Elmina Castle. Then before that, again, I have to go to Wikidata and then search Elmina Castle. So I'm back to Wikidata. I'll search Elmina Castle. Then I scroll all down to find again the entries for different languages. Then I click on the pencil-like icon, scroll down, type my language code because Dagbani is not here, TAG, and I select Dagbani. I paste the same name as it will appear on the Wikipedia article. Then I click to publish. Now let's go back to the Elmina Castle. Okay, again, you have to click on edit source, and then you insert, since there's already data box installed on the Wikipedia, you just put your template, data box, close, and then publish, updated, and then I click on publish. Now, you see that there's, again, data box added to the article Elmina Castle. Before that, there was no data box or Infobox. So Wikidata powered Infoboxes is not only data box, you can also use the bio template for especially people or humans. And I will also share with you, if you look on the data box, you may add that to your, or you may already have it installed on your language Wikipedia and probably have added data boxes to a lot of articles, but it may not appear in your language. So one of the importance of our small language projects is to localize them. To localize that, you need to translate Wikidata properties. So when you go to Wikidata again, you will see that there's properties and values. Wikidata entries have properties and values. Instance of located at, all of those are properties, and then you add their corresponding values. For us, what we did is to translate the properties. So you see that if you put it on your, or install or link Wikidata item, it will appear in English because the Wikidata's data is in English. Now you have to localize it by translating the properties from English to your language inside Wikidata. By translating the properties, once you install them, you add the data box. everything will appear in your language, even with biotemplate. So you can see that if you compare this one to another language, Wikipedia, who are not translating Wikidata properties, it will appear in English. Everything will still be in English. You can see there's one that is not translated on Wikidata, it still appears in English. So this needs to be checked or fixed. We want to see that all the properties appears in our language. Denebe Shele, Elmina. So which means located at Elmina. So the capital of has to also be localized. So I've seen a lot of language projects that are using Wikidata's data box or Infoboxes, but all of them still appears in English. So if you need help with translating properties, you can reach out to me or Dian Shitobo, and we'll guide you on how you can translate dozens of properties so that most of these properties will appear in your own language. Yeah, so I would like to stop sharing my screen and then we'll move to the next step. Yes, I will still have to share my screen. I think this is practically the last part of the session, and I'll be sharing with you the resources, and then we can pick your questions. So there are few resources we've collected here. How to add data box, the installation, and how to add it, just like we demonstrated. You can go and find these videos also and watch them on Commons and YouTube. There's also a Telegram channel. I think I'll just post it once you are asking your question. I'll post all of these links so that you can use them. Thank you so much, Danny. Thank you, Shito. And we are most grateful. Any question?
Yeah, thank you, Sadiq. Thank you, Dian Shitobu. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to raise your hand or ask in the chat. But actually, I did have a question. When I was looking at the Lydia Forson article and the Elmina Castle, and I didn't quite catch what the difference was that caused the info boxes to look so different. Is it a different type of template? For instance, the Elmina Castle one has a lot of pencil icons next to the information there, whereas the Lydia Forson one has like tags and also shows the red linked properties for translation, which is fantastic. But I noticed that the difference in the way they're presented.
Yes, they are different because this one is data box and the other one is biotemplate. So there are different templates that are built, but still pulls data from Wikidata. Yes, if and also for the difference, I can just do like a quick one step back, and then we see the difference between when you add a data box and then without a data box. I'll just preview or maybe publish. So without data box, the article looks like this, just like Shitobu demonstrated. And then with data box, you see not bio template, rather, sorry. Bio,
Hello.
yes,
Yeah, I think you can also use the data box there so that then it's able to see how the
yes,
data box looks on human articles.
yes, we
You
can
preferably
equally
use the
use,
bio template because it gives you more information and it's more colorful than the data box.
of course, yes. So you can equally use that for humans, just that you don't get the nicest part of the info box that is pulled from Wikidata, I think. So this is data box for media first, and you can see that the data box comes with a pencil that you can edit directly. When you open it, it takes you to the, as I said, all of these are from Wikidata. Takes, when you click on the pencil, it takes you to the Wikidata entry for Lydia Forson, where you can edit. Any more question? The same for the article on Elmina Castle.
Great, thank you. Was Was that a question from the audience or just an accidental reaction? Elwin, yeah, please, if you have a question, feel free to unmute yourself and ask away.
A wonderful presentation. I was just wondering about culturally specific pictures. Maybe, for instance, if you modified it on Wikidata, the picture that comes from there, you modified all in Infoboxes, right, and all Wikipedias. So how to make that culture specific for a specific target Wikipedia? Did you deal with that, or doesn't matter?
Okay, I think I can pick this. Thank you for the question, Elwin. The picture you see is the image that was added as a property on Wikidata. So if you update the image on Wikidata, it automatically updates on the Wikipedia article. So you don't have to update the image in the article. It's automatically pulled from Wikidata. I don't know if this answers the question.
No, I think I was more wondering about, for instance, I'm writing an article on alpacas, and the alpaca picture on Wikidata is, let's say, not the best one that I could put into the Quechua Wikipedia. So if I modify it on the Wikidata, then all Wikipedias will be affected. So I just want a picture that could affect only my Wikipedia.
Okay, DN Shito.
Yeah, I think, thank you so much, Erwin, for your question. If I get you right, let's say you want a specific image for a particular wiki that doesn't affect other wikis, right? Now, to do that, under the image property for the Wikidata item, you can add multiple values where you add that particular image you want to use. And once you you refresh your wiki, you should find a new image showing up instead of the first image. And you can also use the arrange image icon to basically choose the right image for your wiki. So for example, we have 3 images under the image property. You can place the one you want to use at the top, and that is what will show for your wiki. Yeah.